So I am doing a series of cases, painting, in which I like to represent what the surgeon used to do.
Why is that fun for you? To represent what the surgeon used to do when it was kind of backwards.
It's fun. No, this represents my life as a surgeon.
Oh, okay.
Because I was 40 years in the practice of surgery. And I went to that period of the beginning of open heart surgery and all this type of procedures that we don't do anymore. It's amazing, the progress of medicine. And it's only 40 or 50 years.
I know. It's really not that long.
I can tell you, 1 week I never forgot, we have in the hospital, Hahnemann Medical College, 4 mitral operations of the heart and 2 aortic valve, and the patient died 100%. Today, my mother-in-law, at the age of 93, has open heart surgery, and they removed the aortic valve and replaced that valve. 2 days later, she was eating and talking.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Marie, it's only 50 years of evolution of medicine. It's amazing.
It's incredible. So you were talking a little bit about your work and your ideas, also about artistic intuition, which we talked about a little bit. So you had studied the fundamentals, and of course they say this about abstract expressionists too. You have to study the fundamentals before you can move up to the point where you're doing abstract expressionist paintings. You know, you can't just jump in and throw the paint all over the canvas. But so you have some special ideas about intuition because it's a release for you from all the years of doing the surgery.
More is it because I have an experience with a group of older people.
Oh, okay.
And the youngster. And for example, when I start with a group with Dr. Mauricio Goldberg, many here know him. He was a surgeon in the area, and he was from Argentina too. And then we have other that came to the group. Suddenly we were about 12 people painting every Tuesday. People that never did art at all. But Marie, you have to see what they were doing. And there's no question that painting, colors, knowing all those things is an emotional thing. Colors is very emotional and affect the way that you live. And you can just walk in the operating room while everything is green.
Because it calms you down.
Correct.
Right?
Or you walk in a room that has one wall red, the other blue. Your reaction will be completely different if you go to a room which all the walls are gray. So color has a tremendous emotional impact.
Now you've chosen mostly primary colors.
Yeah.
And not dull hues or values. So your paintings give a feeling of joy and vivaciousness and
but I
lots of things happening and lots of brightness.
But I change the color quite frequently.
Oh, you do?
Right. Yeah, and it's very difficult to get simplification like in the flowers.
The ones in the front here.
Yeah. The painting of flower, why I do painting of flower? Because flowers give it to you a very easy way for the composition. You get movement. You paint 2 flowers and already they are helping you with the movement and the rhythm and everything, and applying all the first part that we were talking about, which what you call the fundamental of art.
Oh, okay. So that comes from the the basic composition,
right.
That kind of thing,
Yeah,
and the colors. You know, I was mentioning to you earlier that I just started taking a course in color, and find it sort of complicated and so on. But then I have this beautiful painting in my bedroom by a Rhode Island artist, a watercolor with tulips and all different colors. And they're sort of a little subdued hues, but it's full of color, one of the reasons I like it. And I was just wondering, she's got all these different colors, so where's the situation where you have complementary colors or you have the next to each other? You know, I mean, where does it follow in the rules? I don't know.
Well, the composition, the fundamental of art is very important to know, because it's not the fact to put just color, because you're running the risk that if all the colors start to compete, it's like in Italian family in which there are 10 members and everybody is talking. And it also...
And that would be too chaotic, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody tried to call the attention, and with the color happened the same. So you have to control that.
Yeah, well, you talked about that, and the question is, how do you feel about artists exercising control, and what are you looking for in art to make sense of the first chaotic stage? And you were talking about that in some of the papers that you gave me.
Sometimes you start with a chaotic thing, but you have to be careful when you start to apply the principle of the fundamentals in art, because you can destroy.
You can destroy
and sometimes you more work, you more destroy your painting.
Talk a little bit about that painting right there and how you approach that. And,
I will say painting that comes just spontaneously for fun. For example, I remember with a group to put a large canvas on the floor and ask to everybody with buckets of house painting to through painting in the way that Pollock used to do. And everybody enjoyed that. And then dry the painting and put in the wall, with the scraping, with a piece of square, you select different areas, and it's amazing what comes in those different areas. And so it's fun. That is the secret.
You work with other artists, don't you, in a group? Aren't you in a group?
We used to work, yes, in the group.
Yeah. So what do the artists give to each other when they're in a group like that? I'm sorry, I'm getting off the page. Maybe that's not fair for you.
Well, no, when I was working with a group, I like to observe what they were doing more than telling. I was not a teacher. I believe a teacher is inside of each one of us. And
Teachers inside of each one.
Correct. Every human being has a teacher inside. And do you know how you reach that? By persisting and persisting and persisting. What you are doing.
So that could go for writing too, I guess.
Sure. you make the drawing of this cup, and you say, I don't like it, but that is your cup. It's the way that you see the cup. And when you try to correct and make a real cup, you destroy. And that happened with the children. For example, it's amazing in children that when I have the group of children come into the studio do art, the amazing thing that they do, the children.
Angela, I didn't hear that in that last word.
Children.
Children, okay.
Yeah,
thank
young
you.
people from the church.
Young people from the church. And
so you were working with the kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I was not teaching, just to let the child to do it. Because you run the risk to destroy that vitality, natural vitality.
Yeah, I see that with some of my grandchildren who are coming out, naturally, and you're not telling them to do something else and follow some form or something.
The worst thing that you can say to a child is that apple doesn't look like an apple.
Yeah. Tell us about the 4 types of paintings that you've been developing and show some of the examples here.
Say again?
The 4 types of paintings that you've been developing and show us some examples.
Well, one is the
we
flower.
talked about the anatomical one. And
yes, I like to talk with the flower, then the anatomical, Then it's a pure abstraction that I didn't bring because are huge.
Oh, okay. So we won't talk about that one. How about, and the ones that reveal moments of joy, you mentioned that one over there, right? Is there another one we haven't spoken about? How about this one over here?
This one? You say this?
Yes, yeah.
This
Is
a-
the camera on
this
it? Yep.
I make
Okay.
recently this for my daughter.
Okay, wait, I can't hear you, and I don't know if the audience can.
It's
Okay.
for my daughter, Jackie.
Your daughter?
And because will be the birthday gift for her.
Oh, what a
So,
beautiful gift. And the
Right.
flowers and the leaves,
right.
and that's
as
a
I s-
vase.
As I say, flowers help you a lot. The flower is something that comes very natural.
Hmm.
I used to do it, what the Stelconif told me to do it, is to cut shapes, put on the floor and play with the shapes, the different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And that apparently has tremendous effect in people with Alzheimer and Parkinson disease. Has been again and again demonstrated that, for example, when you observe a patient with Parkinson disease, how the movement decreases when he is working or she is
The
working.
movements decrease.
Decrease the movement. So art is amazing. It's really
Because they're so
therapeutical.
focused in it, they're so wrapped
Correct.
up in it, and they're forgetting about,
It's one way of meditation.
yeah, one way of meditation. Hmm. Yeah. Well, painting is too, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's like a music.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting a signal that we don't have much time. Thank you so much. We're already at the end of the thing, and I want to thank you
You're
so
very
much, both of
welcome.
you, bringing the beautiful paintings. And I'm sorry we didn't get to hear more from you, Elsa.
That's okay.
I also want to mention to the audience out there to please check our website, teawithmarie.com, because we have 5 inspirational women of 2007 up now, and I want you to read all about their biographies. And send us your questions, because we're going to have these lovely ladies back again, and that will be televised on December 28th. So be sure to check the website and send in your comments and questions. And the website is teawithmarie.com. So this is Marie Younkin saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to keep beauty in your lives. Whether it's the beauty of these incredible paintings of Alberto's or any other type of beauty. Thank you.
Goes